Humans of the cardboard. Welcome back to Just Nuts. This is crazy. I have no idea what we're gonna see out of this, but I'm terrified. I'm terrified. I'm excited. I'm everything in between. You guys know I've probably been building up Malice more than any other like Yu-Gi-Oh player, on the planet. I'm really just excited to see what this card does. We got the new LINK-2. It's a new V-Jump promo. I have not read it. This is completely blind. I really hope it's good. If this card is good, it can take Magistus to a legit playable level, and hopefully it does. So let's jump into this thing. Let's see how it rolls. This is obviously our new LINK-2. This is Endymion, the Crescent of Magistus. It's a LINK-2 light spellcaster. Attack 1850. I think that actually gives this card like weird little synergy with Charmers. Jesus. Okay. All right. It points to the left and it points bottom right. It requires any two monsters, including a level 4 spellcaster. That's really generic. I thought at worst this card would be 2 spellcasters. Now, it does need a level 4 spellcaster specifically, but that's so doable in this deck. And that also opens up the realm of playing any generic extenders. So I've talked about Diabellstar and that engine as an extension. I've talked about, even just random stuff like Kashtira. You know what I mean? A Fenrir can be half the materials for this. A Unicorn can be half the materials for this. So that also opens up some things. All right. You can only use the first and second effects of this card. This card's name per turn and only once that turn. So you cannot use both in the same turn. If this card is link summoned, you can target one Magistus monster you control, equip one spellcaster monster from your graveyard or banishment to it. Okay. I mean, that is a plus. And in Magistus, that is actually a plus. Because you have stuff like Torozo, because we have Snake Eyes Damned Dragon as tools that you can just turn your free equips into bonus material, that's not bad. Now, they're not full-on boss monsters in themselves, but it is still value nonetheless. Okay. And then the second effect, during the main phase, quick effect. Oh, please. Oh, quick effect is like literally the best thing that could have been put there in text. You can target one spellcaster monster card in your spell and trap zone, treat it as an equip spell, return it to the hand. Okay. You can. So this card on summon can equip itself with something and then just return that equip to the hand. So this is more of a follow-up card, I guess, more so than a actual setup card. Oh, it was so close. Everything we read was good. Except that. Man, I'm not even totally sure like what to think of this card, because like I don't think it's completely dead, because like can this help us link climb into Selene and then up into more stuff? Like, yes, I guess. It helps us do some of that stuff, and this card, the other problem too is this card can't use both effects in the same turn. So you can equip it with something turn 1, but then you cannot bounce it until your opponent's turn. This card is just mid. Oh no. Yeah, so listen, if you want to take an optimistic view on this is a decent little utility card. It's more so about the long range, I guess, is like, playing the long game, playing kind of more, control-based, getting follow-up, all that stuff. This card does not help you do that much turn 1, and it's not an interruption either. I read quick effect, and I was like, oh my god, please, say during the main phase quick effect, either make this card an interruption, or while this card is equipped to something, an interruption. They didn't do either. This card is just able to bounce one of your Magistus cards back to hand. This does equip any spellcaster from Grave or Banish and then bounces it. So, like, theoretically, you could do something like use a Veiler and then equip a Veiler and bounce it back to hand on the next turn. So that way you can hit up your opponent with a Veiler or even a Droll, potentially, more than once. But, man, I'm not sure that's actually good enough here. Yeah, this card doesn't do it for me. The other optimistic view on this card is that, from what I've been hearing, the Magistus lore, the Magistus OCG stories is only 11 chapters in. Sky Strikers ran, I think somebody told me, 19 chapters deep. So technically they're only like 60-ish% through, which means it should hopefully run into next year, and hopefully we get more Magistus cards then, because this is not the card to make them playable. If we have to wait too much longer, it's going to be a bummer, but like hopefully Konami does eventually come around with more either V-Jump promos, or maybe they're still in Premium Pack 26 next year, and maybe those are the cards that finally push the deck over the edge, because to be honest, as the pure variant goes, I really don't see it with this card working the way it does. So for me, I'm a little bit underwhelmed. I can't help it, but yeah. Let me know your thoughts down below here. If you think this card's better than I'm giving it credit for, because I'm definitely a little bummed here. You guys know I made an entire video saying if this card is a banger, then Magistus is in there. This card is unequivocally not a banger. Nobody could convince me this is a banger. You might be able to convince me that it's a little bit better than I'm giving it credit for here, but even that almost feels like a tall task at this point. But, let me know your thoughts down below. Sorry, the energy's a little low now. I got brought down by this LINK-2 being an absolute dud. But yeah, let me know your thoughts. I'm curious. Maybe you guys can try to pull me out of the gutter with this one and try to convince me that Magistus is better than I'm thinking it is. But right now, I'm not feeling it. So let me know your thoughts down below. I'm out of here for today, guys. Thank you so much for watching, as always. I think we're actually about to kick into more news, so stay tuned for all things Yu-Gi-Oh! News going forward. And I'll bring that to you as it comes. Thanks for watching, guys. Peace.